We are the Navy Blues. We are the old dark Navy Blues. We're the team that never lets them down. We're the only team old Carlton knows.
Alright everybody, and welcome to another episode of Talking Blue with, of course, Vince. And today we have special guest,
okay. Richard Rash Hussain. Good to see you, Rash.
Good to be here. All the way from the sandpit in Dubai. Just for this you came?
No, well, you flew over just to be on Talking Blue.
Just to be on Talking Blue. So...
You'll see Rash on various social media shows, mainly on Blue Abroad and of course here on the Jumper Punch.
Here on the Jumper Punch.
What an opportune moment for you to join us as we're discussing one of the, I guess, one of the most interesting Talking Blues that we'll have done for a while. We're not going to actually preview a game this week, seeing it's the bye round. So
that's right.
We thought we get into the history of the Carlton theme song.
The Carlton theme song, huh? We are the Navy Blues. Has it been sung with gusto
in recent weeks, eh? That's right.
Excuse me. So what we'll do is we'll go through the history of this great song, at times racist.
No, it's not. What a lot of rubbish.
Well, you will find out that there is a few little history points about
that was a long time ago when the world was different. And
in Dundee.
Recently, actually, it wasn't that long ago that someone tried to get the Carlton theme song banned.
Yeah, I heard about
purely because of some of the roots, if you like.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, but that was then. This is now.
Yeah,
There's nothing racist about the song.
Can I say something?
What
do we do here? We talk about the past, and there's nothing wrong with acknowledging the past. It doesn't mean it was right or whatever.
I'm not denying what some of these things were, but that was then. Why should you ban it today in its current form?
Don't worry about the
purely because of what it used to be.
Don't worry about the banning. But what we're going to do is we're going to discuss where this song came from and the way it's changed about it. So, Rash.
You love singing the song, don't you, Rash?
I love singing the song.
So do I.
Love it.
We sang it last night.
We're going to go through a bit of history today. A bit of a history lesson for everybody.
Enlighten me. Go.
All right, 1887. 1887.
100 years before a very famous premiership.
When you would have only been like 2 or 3 years old then, right?
That's right.
The earliest version I could find after winning the 1887 premiership, which at the time was the VFA, correct?
Yes, it wasn't the VFL premiership, right. It was VFA, yes.
And it wasn't even a song. It was more of a chant. Those days it wasn't like they used to go in and sing the song. It was just a chant everyone did, and the chant went something like this.
Righto.
The whole club worked like a one vast machine, with its cogs well oiled and its flywheel clean. That's what they would chant.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, this is 1887. Don't think there was like Coldplay or anything going on.
No. So it's more like a march.
There wasn't Rush there doing the DJ and that.
Okay.
So that's the earliest version I found of some sort of chant to do with the Carlton, you know.
That's 135 years ago.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And after that, so in 1888, there was a song to the tune of what's that?
Is that Kilalo?
Kilalo.
Whatever that is.
Right. And what I'm going to do is, we put up the words there. These are the words I was singing, and it was to this tune here.
Okay.
Right? If I can find the thing. This is unbelievable. It's not working at all.
Because it's freezing. That's why.
Alright. So it's this song here.
Righto.
Well, this is this tune. to those words.
So it's like an orchestra?
Well, this is the orchestra version of it, but I'm sure in 1888 it was a little bit different.
Yeah.
But this was the tune, and this is what they would sing with those words that are on the screen now, as you can see, right?
Okay.
Well, I can tell you as someone who's studied music that is more like a march.
It was a march, you're correct.
Right.
You're absolutely correct.
2/4 time for those who
Music
know.
guy too.
Well, you should know.
Yeah, yes, you're correct too. So that's it. That's kind of the earliest version I found of any sort of theme song that the Carlton Football Club would be using. Yeah.
Yep.
So then in 1891.
We're still in the 19th century here. Yeah.
1891.
Yeah.
Right?
So they changed a few times.
They did change it a few times. There was another version, right? And this was this version over here. So now
Sung to the tune of Hear Little Annie Rooney.
that's the one. Now you can hear this in the background now. Right? And
This is Little Annie Rooney.
That was our theme song.
again, they weren't official theme songs. They were just songs that
They sung to.
they would sing to, just like a kind of a chant
Okay.
or some sort of thing. It
In this
wasn't
case.
official. There was no official theme songs those days.
Okay.
No club had them.
This one's got a bit of a melody and it's a softer version of the song. It's not a
But this
chant
is
or
the
a march.
original song, but they did have, excuse me, they did have different words to it, which I couldn't find. But so you can hear this in the background, and this is, when you got to think about it, this is like 1881, yeah,
1891.
1891. Sorry. So
So it's still 130 odd years ago.
right now, if we can,
That's the way music was back then.
That's true.
All right, so now I'm going to try to, here we go, we're going to do this, now we're going to do this, shall we? How come I can't do this? What's going on here? As you can see, this is live and raw. This,
By the way, while Rocco's doing this, we're at this beautiful establishment called
yes, yeah,
Yes.
Parco Canteen, which is
right
in the middle of a road, as a matter of fact, just off Lygon Street, just south of the park,
Yep.
Argyle Square. And any of you happen to be around Lygon Street, this is a great little
Yeah,
spot.
no,
With the
that's it.
CO, not with the
They
KO.
serve some terrific food. We've got some lovely chocolate croissants that we're going to eat
Parker,
soon.
like David Parkin.
Parco Canteen. That's what we should. We should bring
This
David
is the
Park in here.
Parco Canteen, mate.
We might do that, you know. But anyway, Parco in Italian means park, so it's the Park Canteen,
Yep.
right opposite the beautiful gardens and park of Argyle Square
Nice.
here in Lygon Street, Carlton.
So what do you think so far of the songs, Rash? Are they really going to get you pumped up?
No, but
No.
I'm sure it was the fashion those days. So
it
it's
was
fine.
a fashion. I mean, what did you want? They used to go to do ballroom dancing. They used to sit there. there's a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit
right.
of
It
singing,
was
there's
more
a
of
bit
that.
That's it. What do you want? You know? So
It was actually up to a few players to make a big difference, wasn't it?
well, before that, in 1935, there was another version, right? And that version went a little bit like this one here.
Okay,
Right.
let's have a look.
And so we'll put this in the background. And this was the actual record.
Right, Song of the Blues.
Song of
so
the
this
Blues.
is really recognising it
So
as
now all of
the
a sudden
Carlton
they're
song.
coming up with, let's do a song, you know?
Of our
It
own.
still wasn't the official song, but
It says here,
Okay.
words and music by Laurie Melrose
there you go.
and arranged
Right.
by John Robertson.
And this is the song now. Now you're gonna, I'll put this, it almost sounds like a computer game.
Yeah, it does a bit.
Now this is the actual,
It sounds more like a harpsichord.
now if you look at the words on the bottom of it, they made some, they put some lyrics to it and made it into a Carlton song, you know. And as you can see, it's very joyous, you know, like it's just getting everyone pumped up. And you can see there's a couple of photos that looks like a team there. Here's another team in 1933.
Yes.
And you can see, so this song here,
These were the songs that you used to hear in the 1930s. Of course, it was pretty tough times back then. It was the Great Depression
Oh, yeah.
in 1930. So this is one of the ways that they try and lift their spirits up a bit.
That's right, you know,
A bit of
and
music.
We're coming along. We've won some premierships in the.
Do you like the old Carlton theme, the Carlton emblem there, Rash?
Yeah, nice.
So as we're listening to that in the background, that went on for a while, and then you can.
Do you want me to go along with this? 1934-35. One day, Eric Huxtable, a
and
very prominent Carlton player, as well as
that's not
Jack Green.
That wasn't Bill Crosby, Mr. Huxtable.
One day, Eric Huxtable, showing your age now, Rocco.
Yeah.
Jack Green, and probably the most famous of the three, Harry Soapy Valance. They went home. They were staying at a boarding house at the time and complained that they didn't really have a theme song that they could really get into.
So there was no theme song.
So the song was put together by two ladies that were staying at the home, which was in Hawthorne, to the tune of the famous song Lily of Laguna.
Yep.
But it was Albert Edward DeLuca, a former player at Carlton, who I think played something like 32 games for Carlton, who has actually been given credit for for the lyrics of this song. Of course, the original song itself was Lily of Laguna, but DeLuca put together the words for it.
And now you can see a picture of him, right?
Yep, that's
This
him.
is the bloke who got really, he's been credited for the song,
Yep.
but he got it off these two ladies who thought they would write this song. They were also boarding at this house with these footy players. Now, this bloke here, what was his name?
Edward DeLuca, Albert Edward DeLuca.
He did play footy for Carlton. How many
He did.
games? He ended up playing-
Albie, he was known as Albie.
Albie, he played 20 games.
32.
No, he played 32 games and he wore the number 20, like Plowman.
Jeff Southby.
And just
There wouldn't be many more famous number 20s. Fraser Brown, of course.
Yeah, so.
Don Brown.
So, and as you can see, I'll show you, right,
Yep.
the actual words.
And is this close to that current version that we have?
This is the current version.
Okay.
This is the actual words that were first written.
Pretty close to what they are now.
Now, as you can
Not
see,
quite, but
there were a
close.
few lines that were different. There was one that was, we're the team that never lets them dream.
We're the
wow.
team that never lets them dream.
Yeah.
Whereas today it's we're the
Never
team
lets
that
them
never
down.
lets you down.
Yeah, and then the other one was, they like to send up.
So they like to send up
Okay.
rather than everyone today for some reason keeps saying they like to send us.
No, well, it is.
With all the champions, they like to send us,
Yeah,
is
what
what
is
we
it?
sing now.
Yeah.
Back then it was with all the champions, they like to send up.
But that was
As in
the-
send up people, when they send up people, it's like they mock them or they
okay.
they tease them or they criticise them. Right?
And we hold, what is it?
The line then was, we'll hold our end up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas
Hold it.
now, what is it?
They like to send up.
We'll keep our
We'll
ends up.
keep our end up.
Yeah, that's right. We'll keep our end
Yeah.
up. So that
Instead
was.
of we'll hold our end up.
So that was. Sorry,
So-
that was the version
Yep.
they went with. Yeah. So that was
So it's
it.
close to what we have today, but this
Yeah.
was the original.
Yep. And
So they've tinkered with the lyrics a little bit since then.
so, and the original melody is a song
Yep.
called
Lily of Laguna.
Right, Lily of Laguna. Now, with Lily of Laguna, remember the original version was in 1987, written by an English composer called
Leslie Stewart.
No,
1887.
by a composer named Leslie Stewart. And the song was usually sang by blackface performers.
So Lily of Laguna was sung by black-faced performers. That's where this whole racial
So if you
history...
listen to the original, it's very racially kind of no good. Right?
So what do they say?
Well, they put words in there like nigger and things like that, yeah?
I'd say that.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying what's in there, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But then in the 50s, they did change the version and took away all those racial slurs out of it and
Yep.
made it more thing. Now,
So
everyone...
that's why it's controversial a little bit.
That's right, because
Yeah.
it wasn't originally. It's about someone falling in love with like a lady from Laguna.
Yep.
Okay.
Lily of
from
Laguna.
yeah. Now here is the original
Song.
song. This is from 1887. This isn't the one like in the 30s and that.
So this is Lily of Laguna, not the Carlton theme song, but the song itself.
This is the song itself. Now you can hear the tune.
The tune?
And now
Now just give it a chance. Lady love, she is my own. Lady love.
No. It's an old gramophone, that.
yeah.
She's the only queen Laguna knows.
That's right.
Right? So therein goes where the only team old Carlton knows.
Yeah.
See how you modify the lyrics a bit?
And that's what happened. So they
So
got
it's
it
a
from
song
that
about a
tune.
woman.
And these two ladies, they put the words to it, and hence we have our famous song.
So now we are the Navy Blues. Right? So that's how they got.
So then in
The lyrics
1967, right,
The big change.
was the big change, and this is the original.
And this is the one we use at the start of our Talking Blues segment, Rocco.
It is, and this is it. So everyone can hear this in the background now, which is, I quite like it.
We might let this one play for a little bit, eh?
Well, it's going to be playing in the background. So, and you can see, you can see some champions here. There's Jezza and there's that is. But that looks like he's a tough player. Then they look like Doherty there. Look at this bloke. That looks like big. Is that John Nick? Is that Nichols?
Looks like it.
Yeah, it looks like it, man.
The champions, they like to send up.
See some old
We'll
pictures.
keep our end up, and they will
So-
know that they've been playing against the famous old dark blue.
And as you can
That
see,
was the Collingwood home ground there. That was Victoria Park. Right.
and that was a version sung by Smacker.
I love that
Fitzgibbon.
name. Smacker Fitzgibbon. There you
Good
go.
rock star name.
And so then what happened after that was that went on for a few years, and then the traditional song.
The one
we
that
know
we've
today.
been, the one that
we
we've
know
been hearing
today.
for pretty much for about 50 years, roughly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is sung by the Fable Singers, who, by the way, sing most of the club's songs,
theme songs.
at least the traditional Victorian teams. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the one now we listen. We're thinking that's from 70s onwards. We're not sure exact date, but around about the early 70s and that's when this song, and then from then on, this has been the song we've been hearing.
The one you've been hearing at the start of the game when Carlton runs out onto the ground
Yeah.
is pretty much the one sung by the Fable Singers.
100%. 100%.
And that's the one we've
you
been
can,
hearing
and
for
you can
50
hear
years.
it in the background now. And this is the song that we hear. So that's pretty much been sung from then to now, right? But I also did find in about 91, a song was brought out which is real weird. I can't remember it, and it was given to the supporters by in cassette form.
Yeah.
In cassette form.
So if for
30
the
years
young,
ago?
for all
Young
the young
viewers.
folk,
Yeah.
cassette used to be how we used to listen to our music, all right? And we'll put this in the background, and you can have a listen to this while we're talking. Right. And it's to the tune of,
Glory, glory, hallelujah.
and they change the words, and you can see the words at the bottom.
Glory, hallelujah.
And he talks
All
about
right.
the president.
And of course, this song is being used currently by a very famous team in the English Premier League, soccer team, Manchester United.
Yeah.
They use this song for their theme song, but they changed the words again.
That's exactly right.
So explain to me that this was given to the members or what?
Yeah, so it was a promotional thing.
I don't remember it.
I don't remember it,
Me
but
either.
I did read up on it. It was a promotional thing, and what happened was they were giving it to the members in cassette form, and it was to build up membership because membership was sliding and that. So it was some sort
We'd
of
had two or
promotional
three-
thing,
we'd
and
had
they
two or
brought out
three
this
bad years.
little song, and it had the words. It's real weird. It really actually sounds like it should belong in 1887, but apparently that's what happened.
No surprise that it didn't take off, if you ask me.
It was written and performed by Oscar Suave.
Great rock star name.
Suave.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not Swan.
Or
No,
Suave?
that's SWARV. What's that?
Fair enough.
Suave.
It is. It's suave. You
He
know?
must have been a very suave character.
He was a suave character.
So there you go.
So that's pretty much the final one, which we can't play because it's copyrighted. Right? Was in 1995. I remember this. This was great.
Yeah, this one I do remember.
And it's "We Are the Navy Blues" to the tune of "Midnight Blue."
Yes,
Midnight Blue.
that's the one.
I don't remember.
Yeah. It was
By Lou Graham.
by Lou Graham. Yeah. So
And they
brought out
changed
this,
the lyrics to "We Are the Navy
Yeah,
Blues."
"We Are the Navy Blues."
That's the one.
Really?
Yeah. It's actually
Rocco, you've missed your calling. You should have been a singer.
Yeah, it's the husky voice because my throat is stuffed.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I reckon we got it right to stick with the more modernised version of Lily of Laguna, and I doubt very much that will ever stop being used.
No, it's now.
But you never know what the future holds.
No,
I suppose.
I don't think it'll ever change, man. Tradition stays, the emblem stays, the song stays, the colour stays,
Yeah.
full stop. You can
Yeah.
do whatever you want. You can change players, presidents, location. You can do whatever the stuff you want. Those three things remain forever.
Sacrosanct. And hopefully that cough doesn't remain forever.
So, sorry,
Anyway,
man.
that was an interesting
It's awesome. Great history.
walk down memory lane with the
That was
Carlton
a
theme song, wasn't it?
That was a song, yeah.
So for
yeah.
those of you out there who may not know the history, in fact, I think most of us of any age group probably wouldn't be aware of the total history of it, especially the younger folk.
And that was it.
There's
yeah.
a little history lesson for you.
Yep. So when you do sing it, just remember that there's a long history to it, and the way we got to where we are now, there was a lot of work done towards it, you know. So
boys, there's only one thing left to do.
Da 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 da.
Actually, you know what? Before we do that, Rash was mentioning it just a bit earlier. We think that ours is the only song where when the boys sing it in the rooms after a win, they actually put in the introduction,
The melody.
the melody of the introduction before they actually start singing the song. So the whole thing that really makes it special is the da 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 da.
Because the rest of it don't.
Da 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 da. We are the Navy Blues. We are the old dark Navy Blues. We're the team that never lets you down. We're the only team old Carlton knows.
I don't know the words.
All the champions, they like to send us. They keep our ends up, and they will know that they've been playing against the famous old dark Blues.
That's
Go
the one.
Blues!
That's the one. All right, guys, that was great. Hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, go Blues.
Go Blues! We'll see you
Go
next
Blues.
week.
Go Blues.